Come vibe with Amaryah.
Boy Lion.
On the Amaryah J Show. Come vibe with Amaryah. Tune into the queen if you wanna feel blessed. She don't show love, why the world is so precious. The God in me, she don't settle for less. If you're rocking with the king, then you're rocking with your best. Why you rocking with Amaryah? On the Amaryah J Show.
Welcome to the Amaryah J Show, where Jesus Christ is first, and guess what? He loves you. Today, I am so excited for my special guest, MJ Smith. MJ Smith is an award-winning radio personality. Welcome, MJ Smith. It is so good having you on the Amaryah J Show. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, Amaryah. Thank you for having me. I've been watching you, and you've been doing good things. So I'm proud to be on your show.
Thank you so much for coming. So, we know that you're a radio personality, so tell us more about how you started.
Wow. Rick, well, the way I first started was my brother-in-law was a mobile DJ, and he would take me around to all of the house parties, and I always had a love for music. And one day I decided I would call up a radio station and ask to hear a specific song. And the announcer that was on the air at that time recorded my voice. And then when we were done, she said, well, I'm going to need you to do that again, exactly how you did it. And I'm like, huh? She was like, yeah, I'm going to pretend to answer the phone again. And I want you to say what you said, just how you said it. And we did that. And she said, I think you have a voice for radio. And I'm like, yeah, right. Sure. Of course. Yeah. Voice of radio. Never thought anything about it. And then a few years later, my mentor, Rick Party, moved to Miami from Chicago. I called up and said, hey, Rick, I need to learn everything you know about radio. And he said, are you sure? Because this is my business and I take this seriously. I said, listen, I want to learn everything there is. He said, okay, come down to the radio station, be here Monday. I think it was at like 3:00. Be here Monday at 3:00. I was there. Learned everything, not at that particular moment, but we became good friends, and he became a mentor and a close friend. And yeah, that's where it started.
Wow. That's amazing. First of all, congratulations on your award winning. On your award. That's a big step.
It is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can already tell this is going to be such a fun interview. So, what is one of your favorite things to do? Like when you're on radio, like when you're interviewing people, what is your favorite thing most about the interviews?
What I like to do, Amaryah, is make sure that I make whoever it is that I'm talking to, I want them to feel comfortable. So I try to make them feel like family, make them feel as though, forget about being on radio. It's just me and you having a conversation.
Mhm.
And once you can make that person feel comfortable, then they'll be more likely to open up to you and share things. And it sounds more natural and organic that way.
Yeah, that's I feel like one of the most important things when you're doing radio is that don't worry about being on, like, don't be shy, like, just have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely. It's being in radio is something that you have to have a passion for. It can be fun, and then at times it can also be a little trying. But that's a lot more when you're dealing with technical issues. But yeah, radio for the most part is a lot of fun. You get to meet tons and tons of people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that I love most about it also, is that when you're on radio, like, you don't think that you're on radio. You're just having fun talking and having fun conversations with the people, and it's just a good way to connect with other people, to make it seem not so much as, oh, you're being on radio to be on TV, more like you're doing this because you want to do it, like you're having fun about it.
Yeah,
Um,
and one of the other things too, Amaria, is that every day can't be a good day,
mhm,
but you have to remember that people are depending on you to make them smile or to say something that's going to put a smile on their face or to make them feel better. So a lot of times, if I'm having a bad day or having any issues, once I go into that room, close that door, and turn the lights on, it becomes a totally different situation.
mhm, yeah, and a good and also really good thing about that is that even when you're having a bad day or when you're feeling stressed out, when you're a radio personality, you can go and have you can talk to other people and have so much fun with that you forgot what happened, which is
Yeah,
a really good thing.
yeah, and it works the other way too. People call and say there's a listener that's having a bad day, and you just begin to share with them, how your day was, or little things about life, and you let them know, listen, you're not the only one going through. And then by the end of the conversation, you guys are both laughing. They've
Mhm,
forgotten whatever their problem is at for
mhm,
that moment, but you realize that you were able to at least put a spot of sunshine in somebody's day.
yeah. So this question is a little bit random. Since we're
Okay.
talking about radio personality, this might be a tiny bit random. But who are some of your favorite artists?
Wow. I have a lot of favorite artists because,
They're
hmm,
so good.
yeah, there are a lot of good artists.
Yeah.
Um, Let me say, one of my favorite artists is one of the guys who did your theme song,
Oh
Byron
my
Hilton.
God!
Yeah,
He's
Byron
a
is,
CEO boy lion.
Boy Lion. Listen, he is a phenomenal artist.
Hmm.
Other artists that I look up to and admire, I like Travis Green.
Oh,
Um,
well, I thought you was about to say that too.
yeah, I like Travis Green, Dietrich Haddon, Corinne Hawthorne, Kiera Sheard. I have
Oh my gosh! You know what's so funny is that when you said Kiera Rashid, we was actually listening to her in the car back home, which
okay.
is so funny. um, on our other shows, like the last show we did, not the last show, but episode 2,
Hmm.
um, the lady said that two of her favorite artists, her female favorite artist, is Whitney Houston, and
Right.
her male favorite artist is Michael Jackson. I was like, "Wow, I thought you was gonna say that." I thought no, because Michael Jackson is actually a really good performer. He's a good performer. He's a good singer, good dancer. He's everything. There's
Right.
nothing he can't do.
Exactly. Michael Jackson laid out the foundation for a lot of artists. Chris Brown, Usher, people like
Mm,
that. And it's sad that he's no longer with us, but his legacy and it will always live on.
yeah. So the next question that I have for you, MJ, is who are some of the people that inspire you?
Wow. I'm inspired by anybody that's doing something positive,
Mm,
especially people that make changes. I volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. So
mm,
when that happens, you meet people from different walks of life, and it doesn't take a lot to be inspired. It
mhm,
only takes seeing someone who has a heart for other people.
mhm,
Who else inspires me? I'm inspired by people that have mentored me in the past,
mhm,
um, and anybody that's on a mission to do good.
mhm. I think that's an important thing to do is somebody that's positive and doing positive stuff. Um, it's important to have that in your life, positivity. because I
Yes.
feel like there's so many negativity and people are so negative, and there's gonna be so many trials and just so many negativity in your life that we all need people that just comes and just says, "Hey, how are you?" Like call and like ask, "How are you?" Like because we all of us need that in our lives. So when we have positivity in our lives, we don't think about the negative. When we have negative in our lives, we're just like, I need positivity. Like,
Right.
because all this negativity in the world, it's crazy.
Definitely. And, it doesn't, you never know what your smile is going to do for someone. Someone can be
Mhm.
having a bad day and, you can smile at them and it can change the whole outlook of the rest of their day. And when it comes to being positive, sometimes you have to speak positivity to yourself in order for it to come through.
Mhm.
It's just one of those things where the more positive you are, I feel, the better your day goes and the
Yeah.
more positivity spreads throughout the world.
Yes, definitely. I can agree with you on that even more. Um, So that's an important thing to know, that even though there is negativity and there are people who's trying to bring you down, you can still find some good people that is going to help you and build you up and bring happiness to your life.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to make sure you have someone in your life that's going to help build you up and to speak positive affirmations into your life. And then, you always need that person too that's going to make you laugh.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of those people.
Like who? Who are some of the people that make you laugh?
Well, first of all, my mama. She's really goofy, like behind stuff. She's really, really goofy. And when I'm having a day where I'm just down and I'm like, I don't want to do anything, she's always coming in my room being like, saying a joke or something that makes me laugh. And then it
Uh-huh.
makes me want to do more stuff. And I'm like, okay, now I feel I feel better now.
Okay. Okay.
um, who was another person? My grandma. She always makes me laugh. Another person is you, because you're always saying like the most weird stuff. It's so funny. Um, yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah.
So, Maria, I know you're interviewing me, but I want to know, how did you feel after your very first show?
Oh my god, I'm so glad that you asked. I didn't think you was gonna ask that. Um, in the beginning, I was a tiny little bit nervous, but then I was like, after the interview, I was like, I actually did it. Like, it was so much fun. Like, as soon as I did it, I was like, oh wait, this is not that bad. I thought it was gonna be way nerve wracking than I thought it was gonna be. But it was really fun, and I got to know a whole bunch more about Byron, aka Boy
You're
Lion.
lying.
Um, I got to know more about him because we also interviewed him, which you probably already know because you listened to it.
Right.
Um, and then we also interviewed, um,
James Wright from
yeah,
Sincere.
James Rock, yeah. And I got to know a whole bunch about him. So it was really fun. I felt really proud of myself when it was done. I felt really proud of myself, and I was like, I'm gonna actually be on TV. Like, that's what I thought. Like, I'm actually about to be on TV. So I was so excited, and I was so proud of myself after I did that. So it
Well,
was
I'm
really,
proud of you, and you did a great job on those shows. And I know you're just going to continue to get better and better. So have fun with it.
yeah. I'm having fun with this interview right now. um. Oh, let's see. Another question. Uh, there's so many stuff to know about you, because even though I've known you like my entire life, there's still a whole bunch of stuff that I still don't know about you till this day.
Well, what do you want to
Um,
know?
hmm. What is your favorite thing? Like, what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is
Hmm.
always going to be some hot wings.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah.
Especially, I like the wings from Buffalo's Wild Wings. I like those. Um, what else? I like chicken
Okay.
from
Hmm.
Popeyes, Church's Chicken. There's a whole bunch of places that has really good chicken. I wish they had a Church's Chicken up here because Church's Chicken was so good.
But somebody told me that you are a great cook.
Oh no! Oh Lord, yeah, I am. Um, I make really good baked pork chops. I put in the oven. I also make baked salmon. I
Okay.
make hamburgers. I make breakfast stuff. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff I know how to cook, and it's really good.
Now, when did you first pick up the love for cooking?
Ooh. Well, I started um when we was living down there. We Me and my sister, because she was living with us at the time, obviously. Um, um, we was always cooking together. Actually, not like cooking, but we was more baking. She taught me how to bake like brownies, cake, uh, homemade cookies. Like she taught me how to make a whole bunch of stuff, and I feel like that was the time when I actually had the love for cooking. I was so young at that time. I want to say I was about not 3. I think it was like 4, 5 years old. Um, but we used to love making those stuff together. We would always do that and like make funny jokes. She would turn on music on her phone and we would always be singing it. It would be so fun while we're making the thing. And every single time, I remember this, every single time when we had to mix the ingredients together, we'd
Hmm.
be like, mix it up, mix it up. No, it was so random. We used to always say that. It was so much fun. It was so funny. And then after she moved out and got her own apartment, we started hanging out with my grandma a lot more. And when we would go to her house, because she would watch us when my mom would go to work.
Hmm.
When we would go to her house, she would always cook. Like my grandma make full a home full course meal. Breakfast will be scrambled eggs, sausage, bacon, pancakes, French toast, grits, uh, hush puppies, whatever. She would be making a whole bunch.
I
My
need to
grandma,
come to grandma's.
you're right, yeah. So my grandma has a passion for cooking. She loves cooking so much. Um, and for dinner, oh my gosh, I miss her cooking. Um, she would always make, well, not always, but like sometimes she would make me, and I said this in the previous, not the previous, I keep saying the previous, episode 2
Okay.
of the show. I mentioned that she would make me fried pork chops with collard greens, white rice, and cornbread. That's my favorite thing that she would make me.
Okay.
And you know what's so funny is that my mom, when she first had me, she didn't want me eating meat, but she was eating meat. So one day, it's funny. One day I asked her, I said, "Mom, why can you eat meat but I can't?" And she said, "You know what? That's a good point." So she let me try the chicken. But I was eating chicken way before I asked her that. She didn't know at the time. When one day I was with my grandma and
Hmm.
my sister and my grandma had made dinner because my grandma likes to make dinner early before it gets dark out so that we're always have our baths ready early. We'll have um our teeth brushed early, and we will eat our food early so that at night we won't have to, but there was still leftovers. But I was a baby, and I remember that. I they was eating pork chops, and so I took the pork chop. I was so fast. I took the pork chop and I started running in my grandma's room, and I was eating the pork chops because right by her bed there's a window. So I was
Mm-hmm.
eating the pork chops right there, and then they was running past me. They was like trying to get it back from me before I could eat it, and then I started eating it, and they was trying to take it away from me. I was like, no, my chicken, my any meat that I was eating, I called it my chicken. I don't
Okay.
care if it was pork chops. I don't care if it was ham hocks. I would always say it was chicken because that's the only word I really knew at that time.
Right.
I was like, no, my chicken, my chicken. And they were trying to yank it out. They were trying to yank it out of my hand. Yeah, that's funny though. And my grandma, not my grandma, yeah, my grandma, because my mom was a vegetarian at one point.
Mm-hmm.
She was a vegetarian when she was pregnant with Lennox. She by the way, guys, that's my brother. Y'all haven't met him yet. Um, she was a vegetarian, and we used to go to my grandma because she would watch us again when mom would work. She would watch us. So when we would be going, no, I was eating the chicken at my grandma's house before mom was pregnant with Lennox. Actually, we was always going to her house so that she could watch us. And every time when she would make dinner, she would sneak me chicken. So
Mm.
that long period of time, my mom never knew that I was eating chicken. When she got pregnant with Lennox, like a few months later, I told her, I said, Mom, you know I've been eating chicken right at Chicken Mama's house. She said, what? She was surprised. Because all that time when I was at my grandma's house, I was eating chicken and meat. But when I was with mom at our house, I would pretend like I'm a vegetarian.
Hmm.
So I was pretending to be a vegetarian at mom's house, but I was actually eating chicken at my grandma's house, and it was so good. It was amazing. I felt like I was in paradise.
I tried my hand at vegetarianism, but it didn't last long.
Oh, how long was that?
Maybe a week.
That's not long at all.
No, not long at all. I had to
You
have
didn't
my
like
meat. Huh?
you didn't like it?
No, it wasn't that. It's just that I was so accustomed to eating meat that I just felt
Mm.
as though I needed to have meat.
Oh, I know how that feels. After what I just told you, I know how that feels.
Yeah, yeah.
um, so this is the question that we ask everybody when they come on the show, which you probably already know. You guys, MJ has been watching the show like soon as the show came out. He watched it, and I'm pretty sure he knows I ask this question every single time. Um, when did you receive Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and how has it been since you've done that?
At first, it was at the age of 12.
Ooh, that's young.
Yeah. Um, and even at that age, it was different because um, going to school, not participating in a lot of things that you saw other kids doing because when you become a part of Christ, you have to move differently, you have to do
Yeah.
things differently and become an example for people. And it has been a very positive experience.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't tell you that every day was a good day because some
Mm-hmm.
days you fall down, but you
Yeah.
have to get back up and you pray for forgiveness and you keep
Mm-hmm.
moving. So for me, it's been a very good experience.
Wow. So this question, I'm gonna just lay off with the questions. I
Okay.
don't talk normally like a
Okay, let's
regular.
just talk.
Um, um. Okay, before I lay off with the questions, this is one more question.
Okay.
Before I just talk. Um, when did you start doing radio personality? When have you started being a radio personality person? Because my mom, before we came here, before we started recording, she said that you've been doing radio for like past 20 years. I was like,
Yeah, it's been about 30 years.
what
Yeah,
did
it's
you
been
say?
about 30 years doing radio.
30 years?
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ. I'm so Lord.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. What? What?
Yeah, it's been that long.
30.
Yes, 30 years.
I'm not even 30 years old.
No, you're not. So before you were way even thought of.
You guys, I'm only 11. I'm about to turn 12. I've been with MJ my whole life, guys. And I never knew this earlier.
Yeah, 30 whole years.
I'm sorry. I'm surprised. 30 years.
Yes.
That is long.
It is. It is long, but you know what though, Amaryah? It has always been rewarding for me. You mentioned award winning. I've had the opportunity to be nominated multiple times for a Stellar Award, which is equivalent to like the Grammys for gospel. I was one of the youngest to be inducted into the South Florida Gospel Music Hall of
Oh my
Fame. Let's
That's
see,
awesome.
I've won the Tampa Bay Radio Announcer of the Year.
Mhm.
I've won a lot of awards, so it's something for me that I don't look for the awards. I just go to work and I try to make it a positive experience and make sure that I inspire, entertain, and leave you with something to think about.
Mhm.
And the awards they just started to come.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a whole bunch of awards.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is awesome. What? I cannot wait until I reach that many awards.
Well, your time is coming. Your time is coming. I feel it for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm still shocked. 30 years. I'm still shocked. Okay, Amaryah, stop being shocked. Um, whoa.
That just means I'm older than you think I am.
I'm not gonna guess.
Don't guess. No, don't guess. You might hurt my
Um,
feelings.
well, if I guess, yeah, I might. I'm sorry. Um, wow, that's crazy. Whoa. Okay. Enough of being so shocked. Um, so you are an award-winning radio personality.
Hmm. So
You
besides
won.
that, besides being radio personality, I'm a voice actor.
Oh my
I
God.
voice actor. I'm a host and MC.
Mm.
Um, and I've been in 3 plays so far, so I guess you can call me an actor as well.
Whoa. You know what's so funny is that not funny, but like, I've been in movies. I don't know if my mom told you, but I have been in movies when I was younger. So I guess you can call me an actress.
And not only that, you're also a model.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I used to always model. I'm gonna start back hopefully really soon because I always said I wanted to start back modeling again. Reason why
Mhm.
I stopped is because of quarantine, aka COVID.
All right.
Um, um, yeah, that's the reason why I stopped. But I always said I wanted to come back and do modeling because it was so much fun. And I don't know, I love showing off the outfits that I was wearing. Yeah, it was really, really fun. But not only am I a model and I'm a radio personality, because currently now,
Yes.
I am a singer, a
Hmm.
dancer, and I'm an entrepreneur. So I have a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you got a whole lot. You got a whole lot going on to be what? Just 12?
11.
11 going on 12. You got a whole lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when I grow up, I want to be like you.
You know, what's so funny is that I get that a whole bunch. I'm like, when the people come up to me, they're like, when I grow up, I want to be like you, Mario. I'm like, huh?
Because you're doing a lot of positive things, and that's good.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, it's good to have positivity, and you said that you're inspired by um a whole bunch of positive people that's doing positive things in the
Right.
community.
Hmm.
So that's a good thing that I'm doing positive stuff, because I love doing this. And I also asked Mom earlier today. I said, Mom, will I still be doing my show when I'm a teenager? She said, hopefully, yeah, if you want to do it. And I was like, yep, I'm still doing it when I'm a teenager.
So by the time you turn 20, you'll be able to say, wow, I've been doing this for 11 years already.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy though.
Yeah.
Cause like that was I'm so young now that like when I am an adult, I'll be like, I actually did that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to give you some advice.
Okay.
When it stops being fun, take a break, think
Mhm.
about it, and then
Mhm.
start over again.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be boring anytime soon.
No, it shouldn't be, but things happen. So if you ever get to the point where you're discouraged or you feel down about it, it
Mhm.
becomes too much, just take a
Mhm.
break, think about it, pray about it, come back and start over.
Yep. So, what are some stuff that you have coming up so far?
In April of next year, I'm
Mhm.
not nominated. I'm actually going to receive the Rise Up Award for Community Service.
Come
So that's
on.
going to be another award. What else is happening next year? Um, I believe I'm supposed to host the Kirk Franklin concert when it comes back around.
Oh my good God.
And I'm always interviewing somebody, so I'm sure there'll be an interview here or there. Matter of fact, I think I'll be interviewing you on my show next.
Oh my goodness. You know, I actually got um 2 people so far. Well, now 3, because you said you might interview me on your show. 3 people so far that wants to interview me on the show, which is
Well,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm really, really excited about that. I know one day it's gonna be November 4th of this
Okay,
month. November 4th, I'm gonna be interviewed. I have to ask her what the time is. I forgot the timing, but I know I'm gonna be interviewed November 4th,
okay. Well,
which is also kind
I can't give you any tips on that because you're already a great interviewer. So I know you'll be a great interviewee.
of, yeah. So that's gonna be really, really fun. I'm so excited for that. Um, good loving God.
Okay.
Um, hmm, this is interesting.
Okay. So Amaria, what do
Mhm.
you like? What do you like better, being a radio personality or a model?
Oh no! Don't do this to me. Um, there are. Oh Lord, don't do this to me. I don't want to hurt modeling's feelings. Because modeling is what I did first, and then
Right.
now doing this. But I have to say, radio, being a radio personality, I have
Okay.
to say this. One of the reasons why is because, like we mentioned again earlier, it's fun. You get to have fun with it. You don't really worry about being too perfect with your questions. It's just you having fun and you just enjoying the time and getting to know each other on the radio show. So that's one of my favorite things about it. Yeah. When one day my mom was like, do you want to have your own radio show? Like she was pointing it out. Like she wasn't like you're gonna be a radio personality if you want to do it. It was more like asking me if I wanted to. So
Right.
I was like, what what does this mean? Because she was asking me, and I think I recently discovered when she asks me something, it means I'm actually gonna do it. It was more of she asking me did I want to do it, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yeah, I would like to have my own radio station where I'm just interviewing people. So start off like that, and then she was like, what if you had a radio show? What would you like to talk about on it? And I said, the main question is what made people give their life to Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, and how have they done it? How has their life been since they've done that? And we started doing that a couple weeks ago. It hasn't been that long. But already on episode 4, and it's amazing. I love it. And I always wanted a radio show because I used to always act like I was interviewing people. Like I would have the microphone, the not the microphone, the remote in my hand, and I would act like I was interviewing people. And so I pretended to interview mommy when I was little. Um, I did it to my sister. I did it to my brother. Yeah, and I was asking them like random questions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then it's crazy to see like me doing that, and like now I actually have a radio show on the radio station, so it's pretty fun.
Now, how do you prepare for your interviews? So I'll tell you what I do.
Okay, um, how do I prepare?
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I always do when I prepare, is I pray first before I do anything. I pray and ask God to let this episode be a good episode. Let us have fun and not too many like distractions and stuff. And then after that, I come up with the questions. Um, we come up with the questions, and then after we come up with the questions, basically we ask people to send us their bio so that we could like ask them questions based on that.
Right.
And then after we come up with the questions, then that's when we do the show, and that's how we prepare for it.
Okay, so you're doing everything I do, so you're already a pro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how you do it.
That's how I do it. You have to pray first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we ask for the question. Well, not at, we ask for the bio. Once we
Mm-hmm.
receive the bio, you go over the bio and you pull questions from it. And then a lot of times too, when we're having those one-on-one conversations, the
Mm-hmm.
questions that you pull from the bio sometimes get thrown to the side because the conversation that we're having is so much different than what's on the paper. So you're really trying to
Mm-hmm.
become more in tune to the person that you're interviewing.
So I totally get that. So we talked about me having a whole bunch of stuff coming up, um, and what I did in the past and what I'm doing now. Um, but I actually have a whole bunch of stuff besides the radio stuff and that. Remember when I mentioned I'm an entrepreneur? So
Right.
with that, I have 2 books that is coming out really, really soon. One book is about responsibilities, and one book is an ebook. It's 15 positive affirmations. Like again, we was talking about positivity. So
Right.
I have 15 positive affirmations ebook that is coming. I have that. What else do I have?
I also understand that you will soon be recording a single with Boy Lion.
Oh, yes, I am. I definitely am. Uh, to be fair, I have wrote 5 songs, but I never recorded it or put it out at all. So
Really?
yeah, I have 5 songs and I never recorded it, put it out, nothing, because we were so busy. But yeah, I have wrote 5 songs, and I will tell you the name of those 5 songs. The first song is World Changer. That's one of
Okay.
the songs I have. That's not the first song I wrote. It's the second song I wrote, but that's the first song I'm putting out. So I have that one, and I have I Love You Mama. That's a song I wrote when I was so young, like 5, 6 years old. It's from
Okay.
my mom, because she's always there, for me. I have that one. Then the next song I have is I Just Want to Know the Truth. I won't tell you that. I'll tell you in private. But I have that song. Um, the fourth song I have that I wrote is You Are Holy. That's a gospel song.
Okay.
And then I have I'm Still Here, which is another gospel song. So I have 5 songs that I wrote, but I've never put it out yet. So yeah. So we're currently trying to work on that kind of stuff. And
Amaria, you are a busy young lady.
I do jujitsu. I'm in karate. It's a form of jujitsu. It's a
Wow.
form of karate. It's jujitsu. It's called jujitsu.
Listen, there's only so many hours in the day. Where do you find time? You do more before I even wake up.
I don't wake up that early, but somehow I still make time. Um, I still be able to watch TV. I still be able to play with my brothers. I still make time to, talk to mom, because there's this thing that me and my mom do, where we're just talking, and she always makes jokes. Like again, I
Mhm.
said she's one of the people that makes me laugh all the time. Um, she makes jokes. She's goofy, and we have this thing where we just talk and we make jokes and stuff, and it's fun. Yeah, I don't know how, but I still have time to do those stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you stay busy, young lady, and that's good. That is definitely a good thing. So, when you get 30 years in radio, wow.
I'm still shocked by that, by the way. I know I'm just talking. I'm like, and I'm just talking, but I'm still shocked about the 30 years of being a radio personality. I'm still
Yeah,
shocked about that.
long,
Um,
long time.
yeah, really, really long. I don't know how I do it. I just do.
Okay.
Um, and it's not that overwhelming. I mean, I know some people they're like it's overwhelming, but like for me, it's fine for me. Um, because again, I don't think about it being too much work. I think of it being fun.
Right. And,
Even though there's going to be like some technical issues with it and stuff, um, I don't know. I still think it's fun. Like I don't worry about the hardness in it. I'm just like, okay, I'm just doing the show, say the intro, and then wherever the conversation goes, we just go with it, and it's fun with the people who do it.
yeah, you have to find fun in it. You have to really have a passion for this thing that we call radio. Um, Technology changes so fast, so there's always new things to learn and different things to do. Um, so yeah, this is one of those businesses where you have to find that silver lining just to make sure that you are enjoying it and having fun. The moment that it doesn't become fun anymore is the time when, like I said, stop, regroup, and then try it again.
Yeah.
So, when you wrote the first song, why did you feel that you had to write the first song?
The first song,
Yeah,
I
the
Love You
very
Mama,
first one.
the one
Mm-hmm.
for my mom.
Yeah.
Um, well, the reason why I felt like that I had to write it is because um my mom is always there, and even though she had a whole bunch of terrible stuff that happened, she still got up every morning and she still was smiling and was still doing stuff that she didn't have to do. Even though she went through all of the stuff that she did, she still woke up in the morning. She was still smiling and like everything was totally fine, even though it wasn't.
Right.
So that's why I thought I had to make the song to let her know that I love her and I will always love her.
Okay. Okay. Well, I get it. And just like your mom, one of the reasons why I get up and do what I do every day is because somewhere along the way, someone needs that bit of inspiration. And
Mm-hmm.
you always want to, say something or do something to inspire someone to be better the next day than they were the day before. And
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things where you feel good about making other people feel good. And I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. That's a good thing to feel good by making other people feel good, especially when you make them feel good and you mean it. It means
Yeah.
a whole lot.
It's a good feeling when you know that somebody is happy that you did something meaningful for them. That's a good feeling. Um, like mommy, when I wrote the song for her, it felt good to know that she appreciated it and that her smile just made my day feel so much brighter. Like again, when you said you could smile and make somebody's day feel so much happier for them,
Right.
that made me feel the same way. So that's a good thing to know that somebody did something really meaningful for you, even though they didn't have to. They did it to make
Right.
you smile and make your day even better than what it already is. So that's a good feeling also.
Yeah, and then a lot of times too, when you're spreading that positivity or sharing those little things, it's not costing you anything to smile at somebody to make them feel better. Um, you know, Sometimes even when I'm out doing appearances and things, people walk up, they want to hug you, and you give a person a hug, and you never know what somebody's going through. That hug or that warm embrace or that human touch can stop someone from doing something very, very bad or can make them feel a lot better. So, I always try to take time when speaking to people, whether I'm in the studio on the air or if I'm talking to them face to face in person at appearances and things like that, at that time, that person is the most important person in the world because they took time out to stop to come talk to me. And I make sure to let them know that at that particular point in time, they are the most important person to me at that moment.
What do you cook? Yes or no?
Do I cook?
Yes.
I eat. I, I eat,
Oh,
Amaria. That's what I do. I eat.
okay. Oh, question. Sorry. What is where is your favorite restaurant place?
Wow. My favorite restaurant place, I eat out a whole lot. And lately, it's been a place called Nimu, which is a Korean American bistro. So
Mm,
they have really good Korean fried chicken.
Korean fried
Yeah.
chicken.
Uh huh.
Make me hungry. MJ, don't do this to me. My favorite fast food restaurant, and my mother knows this. It is Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, okay.
I like their nuggets and their frosted lemonades. What did you start doing before being a radio personality, or was you just doing that like right away?
You mean the jobs that I had before radio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I said, I was doing mobile DJing with my brother-in-law. That was straight out of high school. My very first job, though, was, ugh, Amaryah, this is why I started doing radio, because I hate working outside. My very, very first job was, what do they call them now? Lawn men. I used to cut grass at a young age while I was in, I want to say maybe ninth or 10th grade. Hated it. But, you know,
Why?
listen, it was hot outside. Yeah, that's why I took a job where I didn't have to work outside unless I wanted to go outside. So I've done that. I was a lawn man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I also worked as a front checkout clerk at a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
I did about a year as a temporary casual postal worker. I also dispatched limousines for a good 10 years or so, if not more. So I had more jobs than radio. Yeah. But radio was my go-to. It was my safety place. It was, where I went when I needed a break and where I wanted to have fun at. And that's what I did. So now I work at two stations.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I work at two stations. I work at one station in the morning, which happens to be news talk. And then in the afternoon, I work at a gospel station. So I leave one station and go straight to the other.
Oh my god! See, I cannot do all that with the stuff I got going on at the current moment.
Well, I know. I mean, you're singing, you're writing songs, you got jujitsu, you have to cook and bake cakes. So you're writing books. Yeah, you don't have any time for anything else.
Technically, yeah. Okay, before we go, can you share with everybody how can they follow you and how can they connect with you before we go?
All right. Well, on Instagram, it's under MJ Party. And if you go to Facebook, it's under MJ Smith. Yeah, you can follow me there. I follow back. If you send a DM, it's me answering. So I always answer back. And if I could, Amaryah, before we wrap up, what I'd like to say to you is the same thing that somebody told me when getting in radio. You have to do it and you have to love it. And then when someone asks you to teach them or show them the ropes, you have to do it, but you have to make them promise you that the next person that asks them, they'll do it wholeheartedly and with a smile.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I also definitely agree. When you do something that you love, like you said, you have to love it and you have to just have fun with it, like how we discussed. So that's also important. And I think what you're doing is really great. And again, I think I said this like 3 times, but congratulations on your awards. Because that's a
Thank you,
whole bunch
thank
of
you, thank
awards.
you.
To be on radio for 30 years, you guys, he has been on radio for 30 years. And y'all know I was so shocked. Yes. So thank you so much, MJ, for coming on the Amaryah J Show. And thank you so much to you guys for vibing out with me. Be blessed and have a great rest of your week.
Come vibe with Amaryah.
Boy, lying.
On the Amaryah J Show. Come vibe with Amaryah. Tune into the queen if you wanna feel blessed. She gon' show love, why the world is so precious. The God in me. She don't settle for less. If you're rocking with the king, then you're rocking with the best. Why you rocking with Amaryah? On the Amaryah J Show.